It is transfer special time. The window is open. We've got some money and a squad that, based off last year's performance, is in need of a serious revamp. Hey guys, and welcome back to the 18th episode of the FM21 Salford in the Prem Save, where today we are doing our transfer special. We are bringing in players, we are selling players, and I'm hoping that it goes better than last season. Last season's was impressive, and I'm already giving away some spoilers from what's going on in this episode. We made some good transfers, but just didn't translate into league success, so I'm hoping we don't have that same mistake this year. But before we jump into the transfers, of course, I want you to slap that like button. I want you to make sure you are subscribed to this channel. I cannot stress this enough. Even if you're not going to watch any more videos, subscribe, please. We are so close to being able to get the view, monetization, sort of qualities, stuff that you need. But subscribers, we're miles and miles away. We need 1,000 subscribers, not even at 400 right now. So just tell your friends, tell your mum, tell your dad, make another account. I don't care. I just want to get subscribers so that, you know, this channel can keep growing and get closer to that monetization. Because obviously, I'm in this solely for the money. I hate Football Manager content creation. I'm just in it for the future dollar bills, y'all. So now that I've suffered you through that intro, I'm going to show you who we have brought in so far. Nothing too special, but it's better than nothing, and that's the attitude I think we're going to have to use throughout this entire transfer window. First deal we did was we got this man out on loan. Nothing too exciting. A man we brought in on a free last season. Didn't play at all. I think he deserves some game time. We brought in a player from Chelsea. He's a youngster. Looks like he's got some potential. I mean, to be honest, we're probably going to try and sell him for a profit in the future, but we'll certainly take that. And a big transfer already come through the doors. £10.25 million for this man. There's two J's in it. You can't. Okay, no, sorry. You can't get too mad at me there. There's literally two J's next to each other. A GG. Oh, that's not as hard as I thought it would be. It's probably just Haji, to be honest. But he comes in for £10.25 million. As I said before, he has previously played for Levante in the league. In the Spanish La Liga. He's got some solid stats. I think he's a great right back option. Can play in all different positions as well. You know, right wing back, CDM, even left back if we really need him to. So I think he's got a good level of versatility. I did think he'd be slightly better than he is, but that's a problem for another day. We've also managed to get rid of two youngsters for some very good fees. Lee Lancaster goes for £3.5 million. Ignore that potential. It's not that high, so I'm more than happy to get rid of him. And Hon, again, ignore that potential. It's not that high, so very happy to get £2 million and £3.5 million, so a total of £5.5 million for two players I didn't think I was ever going to use. We also brought in Dane Scarlett on a free because he was having a contract expiring at Tottenham. He was a player that we thought about bringing him a couple of seasons ago, if you can remember back to that. I can hardly remember that, but I think it was for something around £4 million or something like that. So we've brought him in for a free now. He's got some okay stats. He's realistically just going to be a rotation option, but I think he's a very solid rotation option to have, and I think that he does highlight a position in the squad that we probably do need some serious improvement. I think across the board we're doing a lot better than we has been. There's no huge weak points, but it just kind of means that everything needs to be improved in some way, shape or form. The only position that is absolutely fine is Vasquez in between the sticks. I'm not even slightly worried about our goalkeepers, but every other position, maybe left back as well, should be safe. Gama being the kid that he is, I think he deserves a lot more game time. Every other position though is certainly up for grabs. No one is safe in this squad. Even Gassama and Silva up top. Actually, I think the position I want the most is a striker, to be honest with you. So yeah, it'd be good to have someone else, just in case they're not firing like they weren't last season. But having Nick Debnam, having him back in the squad is going to be an absolute boost to the squad. He played really well for Maine out on loan. I think he's going to be an absolutely brilliant defender next to Braithwaite this season. But if we can bring in a better centre-back, I'm not going to complain. So realistically this year, it's just about trying to get players for good prices who are going to improve the squad in some way, shape or form. Whether that be in depth, whether that be in the starting 11, and whether that be, rising through the ranks and turning into a youth player. And with a better reputation than we've ever had before, if we go into club info general, we can see that we are on a 3.5 star current reputation, which is higher than it's ever been. We've always been a 3-star reputation club, so to move up to that, I'm hoping will really help us get across the line and get those deals done that we previously haven't been able to. I've already had some deals not go over the line because they wanted to go to other clubs. I'm not bitter. I am slightly bitter, but this youngster decided to go to Leicester instead of us, and I just like to highlight it because he's the bargain of the century. £8.75 million. Look at this. Look at this. Look at the stats. I am bitter. I'm not even going to act like I'm not. That was a deal and a half, but we'll move on. We'll find some better players. We probably won't find better players, but I'm going to do my best to find them anyway. Make sure that you have liked this video, subscribed. I know I've already said that, but I'm really trying to hone that in. And let's jump into the transfers, and hopefully we can get some good deals. None of them are going to be better than that CDM. I know I've made that joke twice, but I feel like I really need to just write home about how much I am upset about missing out on that deal. We're ready to welcome some more players to the club. Some money has been spent, and surprisingly, the most expensive of them is the player that I'm feeling least certain about. But we've also gotten some players out on loan, just some youngsters. Kim Campbell, probably the most notable name in there. But aside from that, these 3 players are really, really promising with 5-star potential each. I'm hoping that they do a great job over in the Championship. Got the 2 Brazilian boys out on loan at the same club, so that'll be interesting to see how they do. We're going to start with the £4.7 million move for Ivan Azpurua. That can't be that wrong. He comes in from Olympic Lyon, and he has come in for £4.7 million, which I think is an absolute steal for a man of his quality and a man with enough potential to continue moving up through the ranks in the future. We have also managed to bring in Xavier Benjamin. I should have said, getting the name mixed around, but he is a centre-back option that I think is probably going to go straight into the first team. We have an option to buy him for £23 million in the future. He came into Brighton for £40 million, so to be honest, it doesn't sound like the worst deal ever. Hasn't played amazing for them though, but I think he's going to be a star for us this season, and he's got the stats to show that he could potentially go places in this league, and still a wee bit of potential to improve. And the last one, we have brought in another wonder kid, another central midfielder by the name of Yarostov. That was good pronunciation, you got to give me that one. He comes in from Shakhtar. He played pretty solid last season. He's a wonder kid status. He's got good stats, but I'm feeling less and less confident as I take a look more and more at this man. But who knows? He could surprise me. He can play in the central midfield, or he can play on the wing. I'd probably want to use him as a Mazzala more than anything else. And it's sort of the role that we've been struggling with. But this flair is not what we want to see. But we've still got a lot of other players on our shortlist. We're scouting. We're trying to find people, offering trials to every man and their dog that comes in on a free, and we're trying to make bids for this man over here. Got a 92 recommendation, 4-star current ability, only £5.75 million, but we are fighting for his signature with Sampdoria. I'm hoping that he picks us. I'm not holding my breath, but it could happen. We've also got some pretty promising players up the top of our scouting list, but we just need to get those final reports to see if they will be at the quality that we need them to be at. I think the squad has already been improved, but we still have a lot more money left in the account to actually... That is not as much as I thought I would have. What? Okay, we're gonna need to sell some more players in that case. Who wants to leave? It's the first of what month is it? It's August, and I comment on this every single transfer special. How are we this close to the start of the season, and how have we drawn Manchester United to start the year and Everton, who came second? This is just not a fair start to the season, but I guess we get Newcastle and Bournemouth straight afterwards. But we're just about to wrap up this episode, and I have actually made a transfer, but I'm hoping to get some more done before the end of the episode. The player that we have brought in is Yanez, the man that I did show you before, and he is a brilliant central midfield option. I know, I just said central midfield, I didn't make a mistake there. I think he is one of the best promising box-to-box midfielders I've seen for quite some time. Look at these stats. They are much more aligned to being a box-to-box midfielder than a winger. He's not a winger. He's a box-to-box midfielder. Maybe a deep line playmaker, but I don't want to waste that dribbling ability that he does have. So I think box-to-box midfielder, Mazzala, I think that's his calling card. If he can get that shooting up and, he's 18 years of age, I'm sure he can. Hopefully he'll be able to play absolutely brilliantly in that role. 7 crossing? Yeah, no, I don't think he's a winger. Sorry about it. If you were trying to be a winger, here's the end of your career over there. We've also brought in Jose Carlos, who is a youngster that's good for the future, comes in on free, so don't mind that at all. And we also have sold quite a few players, sending them out on loan, but the one player that we have actually sold is Fish, and he's a man that we brought in quite a few years ago now for free, and we've now sold him for £13 million, a tidy profit there, and he's not a man that we really need to use anymore, so it's good to have him out of the club, to bring in some more money, to bring in some fresh faces. And I'm not going to lie, I am struggling at the moment. I'm looking at loan deals for one of these two men as a striker option. The first one is Wayne Martin or Gonzalo Zwicker, and I think that their star rating doesn't quite tell the whole story, because they do have really, really good stats. I think Zwicker has slightly better stats than the other man, but his loan fees are pretty intense, if you do ask me. So we're still trying to find the right players to get into this club. I think the striker is the most important position for me right now. I mean, we could bring back Marilla. I don't know why we'd do it, but we could. It's an option. And we're certainly going to be looking for just anything else that pops up. So we do have a wide variety of players. We probably could sell a few more players, but I haven't gotten around to that yet, and I'm not willing to lose money on people at this point in time. So we're going to keep going. Hopefully we can find some fresh faces, and hopefully we can make some money, because we haven't sold many players so far. I don't fully understand how, but we're completely out of our transfer budget now. £3 million left in the bank account. I've made some deals, but I don't remember spending that much money. £40 million. Didn't we have like 50 million at the start of the year? I guess I made a deal before then. Oh, yeah, okay, that kind of exactly adds up to 50 million. But I've sold players too. I really don't understand it, to be honest. I feel like I haven't spent the whole budget just yet, but that's just my personal opinion. You can't really argue with maths, can you? We have managed to loan out one player just before the end of this episode. We've gone rid of Platt on loan to MK Dons in the Sky Bet Championship, and we have brought in one more man by the name of Steve Carter, and I think he could be one of the specialist striker. He's not a striker, is he? Why am I saying striker? He could be one of the most special signings that we've made this season. He comes in for only £13.5 million, and that's because Norwich got relegated last season and they had a clause in his contract which means I could get him for that cheap, and that is an absolute bargain for a player of his quality. He's got really good statistics, he's got really good star rating, he's got a really good value. I could sell him right now for double what I got him for. I'm definitely happy to have him, and I think he just gives us that other option. Like this formation that we were running last season worked, so we're going to stick with it for now. But if it doesn't work, we're going to switch it up to here, and he's the perfect player for that right hand side, trying him out as a winger, and we'll see what happens. I mean, I'm expecting to fail many times during this season, but for now, this is what I think is our best lineup. Unfortunately, Gassama is injured at the moment. We never secured any of those strikers, but don't think I'm stopping just yet. We've still got our eye on plenty of players, hoping to get them if they do have some release clauses like this man did, like Carter did. He's currently really tired, so he's not coming into the lineup anytime soon, but I'm sure he'll be back for the second game of the season, and we are going to be playing those 2 games on camera in the next episode, so make sure you don't miss that. Can we please get 10 likes for today's episode? Make sure that you have subscribed to the channel if you are new to this channel to save. I mean, it's stuff that I probably should have said at the start of the video, but hey, if you've come to the end of the video and you're not subscribed, why not? Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you don't miss that next episode, and I'll see you all later.